Welcome to my channel. I'm Sasha Source, and this is my very first video on here. I want to make this channel a channel where we can all come together and perhaps grow spiritually and also grow together and learn from each other, and where we can have healing thoughts and healing words for each other. That's my goal with this channel. So welcome to my first video. Today I wanted to talk about hate. How do we get to hate? How do we begin to hate someone? Well, I wrote it down, so I'm going to kind of read it. We become hateful towards others. The first thing we have to do to become hateful towards others is dehumanize the people that we're hateful towards, because we're not naturally inclined to hate. We're naturally inclined to love. And for us to hate, we have to kind of transform ourselves and become and kind of get out of our natural state of love and become something else. So to do that, we have to transform that person or these people that we hate, that we have hate towards, into that thing that we hate. That basically dehumanizes them. Now, we are inclined to love because we come from love. We come from source, from God. God is love. So that's why we're naturally inclined to love. And we come from two people who loved each other even for a moment to make us. So, yes, someone can be born through rape, unfortunately, or birth can be had. Someone can have birth from being raped, but in that moment, there are hormones that are still generated that are like attachment hormones, like oxytocin, and that actually is still love, even though in that moment, even though it's in the moment of it's a violent crime. So it takes a connection. It takes a connection with someone else for another person to be born. And however finite that element of love is, it's there in that connection to create another human being. And so that's why we're not naturally inclined to hate. When we're born full of love, and that's our first instinct. It's our first reaction towards everything. And then we learn to hate. We learn to hate for whatever reason. Could be trauma. Trauma is the most common one, because we're taught that we should hate certain things or certain people, and it's a teaching. So, and then we have to it's kind of like building a shell or building some kind of an extra coating, kind of like we become callous, and we have to become that way to be able to hate. There's a certain level of callousness that we have to develop to be able to hate. So, therefore, how do we get rid of that? We get back to love. And we all have had situations where we hated a situation, hated a person, hated ourselves at times, and hated maybe something for whatever reason. And at the end of the day, when we hate, we have to kind of do a stepping back. We have to go back or rewind to go back down deep into the reason why that hate is there. Oftentimes when we hate a certain group of people or when we hate a person, it's because of something that's close to us, within us, that makes them hate them. And it's something within us that we don't like. And so for the most part, we're projecting it on to that person who's kind of maybe reflecting it back to us. So really, at the end of the day, if we are in that position of hate, whether it's towards someone else, we need to circle back to ourselves and figure out what is it within us that we actually hate. And also, if someone else is showing hate towards us, we have to understand that it's them, right? The issue comes from them, from within them. And they have whatever work they have to do to, if they choose to resolve that issue, to resolve that kind of reason or feeling that they have within them to hate so much. Because hate is pretty much the flip side of love also. It's like the reverse of the same metal or the same coin. So that's why we have to circle back to that, to get back to love. However, again, when someone is spewing hate towards us, taking it on is pointless. It's about not taking it on and realizing that, they have their own issues, realizing that they have to work on their love, and that whatever they hate about us is because it's close to home. It's close to them. So I just wanted to, that was on my heart. That was something I just felt I wanted to put out there. So there it is. That's my first video. Hoping that I'll see more of you here and that I'll see people here. I don't know who's going to watch this. Right now I'm talking to no one, but hopefully this will be of interest to you. I'll have different subjects. I don't know. I'll just go as I go and see what I'm going to post on here. But my main goal is about spirituality, spiritual growth. And I think many of us are on this path right now. And it's great to kind of, connect with people who are also on this path. And we're all learning from each other. I do have my own life experience that's shown me a lot of things, my own awakening that I can share to help others. And I feel like as I do that, I can also myself benefit from others on this path. All right, so be well. Take care. Much love.